YouTube, what's going on, y'all? Peace to the gods, peace to the goddesses, peace to the family. It's your man, Heffin, S-ankh, Tekra. I am humbled and nurtured by the Most High. Okay, back with another video, and this time I want to post my first YouTube update and documentary on my total transformation journey that I'm going through. Okay, not only are you all probably familiar with my liquid fast that I'm doing, a fruit liquid / dry fast. That is correct. Every Sunday I don't eat any food, I don't eat any water, and I am also doing a liquid fast where Monday through Saturday I'm drinking juiced fruit juice, right? Or excuse me, I juice my fruits. I take herbal teas and drink water, right? And right now I'm on my healing journey to transform myself into the next stage of my life where I step into my manhood and I leave a lot of the childish and many sinful behaviors behind that were pretty much holding me back from success. And because I know that these practices such as meditation, semen retention, celibacy, fasting, detoxing, journaling, reading, help elevate myself and anyone for that matter, I want to bring you all on the journey with me while I document my transformation, right? As you all might be able to tell based on my old videos, or if you see my content on Instagram or on TikTok, I'm mainly on TikTok, I've already transformed a great deal in the last even 6 months, and especially since moving down to Louisiana. In the last 3 weeks, I've done a great deal of transformation, okay? I'm typically 160 to 165 pounds. Right now, I'm about 153, 154, okay? Because I am cleansing my body and I am healing my organs, okay? I've gotten into what's called holistic health, where you learn how to have a holistic, total view, mind, body, and spirit perspective on your body, okay? I think the culture that a lot of us are caught up in is focusing on the health of our physical body and the external, and not necessarily the health of our spiritual, psychological, and internal organ health, right? Because they're unseen. But your organs can show you the state of health based on your eyes, based on your the excrement coming out of your body, based on certain signs in your hands and your feet. Holistic health allows you to be able to read certain parts of your body to explain to you what's going on. Then that does not replace a professional doctor, and this is not medical advice. I'm just telling you based on my experience and my testimony, what I've learned. Okay, this is not my first time doing a fast. This is not my first time cleansing my body. I started approximately July or August of 2020 when I first started learning about holistic health and how to heal your body naturally, okay? But what I wanted to focus on today was what I call the AUSAR challenge, okay? And whether you want to call it AUSAR, whether you want to say Buddha, Krishna, Christ, Yahweh, whatever whatever your supreme archetype, most high name is, call it that. But what this is a challenge that I have not seen at least commonly on YouTube amongst the self-journey, self-mastery, transformational videos, especially for men, right? Where not only as of yesterday, I've reached my day 28, today would be day 29. I've reached my day 28 first phase cycle of my semen retention being complete, and I've been celibate for about 36 days now, but also I am on day 11 of my liquid / dry fast. Now, Right now, the next goal for my liquid fast is day 14, that is this coming Saturday. And then we will see where we go from there. Maybe I will push it to 21 days, maybe I will push it to 30 days, but certainly I do not see anyone talking about fasting in combination with disciplining themselves sexually, okay? Not only transforming your not only transforming your relationship and your sexual discipline, but also transforming your relationship in your stomach. All right, whether you are a meat eater, whether you eat processed foods, whatever you put into your mouth, the same type of care and the same type of effort and the same type of benefits that we are experiencing with testimonies of semen retention, the same thing applies to the stomach. Now, there are, when it comes to the stomach, it's a little bit different when it comes to people's backgrounds, their genetics, and what their ancestors eat, what environments they're in. But I can certainly say that any human being can benefit from a detox and a cleansing of their body. Period, dot, in the story, unless they are experiencing some type of serious medical condition. Okay, so what you all are, what you all have the opportunity to is to observe and tap in and comment. Please interact on this journey that I am sharing with you all. Where not only am I going through the sexual transformation, but we're going through a dietary transformation, because from what I've learned from books such as African Holistic Health and documentaries that speak on what's going on with the food, from what I've learned, most of the meat that we're eating is simply not good for us, okay? It's one thing if you're a farmer, it's one thing if you can trust the meats that you raised and the meat that you killed and put into your mouth, but the society that we live in, a lot of it is processed. And because a lot of things that are processed, when you have your completely processed foods like candy, then you have your processed meats, then you might have your processed fruits, then you have maybe your more organic meats and your more organic fruits. There's a spectrum on how efficiently and how nutrient dense this food is. And what you want to do is, in conjunction, at least what I'm doing is, in conjunction with stabilizing my root chakra, healing my prostate, retaining my seed, becoming closer to God, right? I also want to transform my eating habits so that I show that same type of self-love, that same type of care for the things I put into my mouth. We are equally responsible for not only who we lay with, but what we feed ourselves. All right. I definitely understand situations where people do not have quality food readily accessible to them. But if you know you're making the conscious decision to eat foods that are poisonous to you, eat foods that are not beneficial to you, what is the point of transforming yourself with your sexual discipline, but then in another area, you're still putting poisons into the body? Okay, so what I want you all to do is, share your thoughts and share your perspective and your experiences on not only transforming yourself with who you lay with, but also transforming yourself with what you put into your mouth, right? Now, I practice what's called an ATR, a traditional, African traditional religion, right? Ancient Egyptian, properly known as Kemetic spirituality, the AUSAR religion. But anyone that judges a tree by the fruit it bears knows that I will be speaking on a truth that many different religions, including the Abrahamic faith, speak on. Sexual discipline, doesn't matter what your religion is. Discipline on your food, doesn't matter what your religion is. Becoming one with the Most High, doesn't matter what you see me? You see the pattern? Meditation, doesn't matter what your religion is, okay? In this documentary, I'm also gonna speak on certain practices that have allowed me to empower myself in terms of disciplining my spirit. Okay, the essence of spirituality is being able to wield and use your spirit. All right, we have to properly identify not with the flesh, but with the consciousness that we are, so that we can discipline the spirit, which is ultimately moving the flesh. All right, so not only will you get insight on the spiritual science that I'm using to cultivate myself in terms of becoming that oneness with the Most High, but you will also get the the effects in my and see the results of what this is doing for me. And there's one and another thing I want to bring to light is the truth on how the concepts of good and evil have been shaped over time. A lot of us have been lied to as far as using certain spiritual sciences to be able to empower ourselves. All right. I do daily meditations. Some people would call it rituals, right? Some people would call it witchcraft. Some people will call it evil. But you cannot conceive of an evil that is helping you overcome lust. That's not evil, right? So, and again, I've tried my semen retention before, my semen retention journey back in 2020. When I went through that dietary transformation, I also went on a SR streak for about 77 days. But at that time, I did not have the science of how the spirit works, the science of how the brain works that I do now. And I can tell you, after 29 days, my last SR journey before this one was about 59 days. Then I failed, okay? I failed temporarily. But now that I'm at day 29, it is far easier, ladies and gentlemen. Far easier. And I can tell you, even my liquid fast, my liquid/dry fast, far easier, ladies and gentlemen. And that is fundamentally because I have properly learned how to meditate. And when I say meditation, let me specify that what I practice is called the Wa-Eb meditation. Basically, I am learning how to discipline and empower my spirit so that when these strong urges of lust or these strong urges of gluttony, and when I say gluttony, I mean the urge to eat something that I know that's not good for me, okay? When they come about, I have far more spiritual power to ignore these things versus before, when I didn't understand the power of meditation. I didn't understand the power of how to learn peace within your mind. So when these urges would come to me, the urge would be like that big serpent. That urge would be a pet, as we call it in the Kemetic tradition, or the dragon that needs to be slayed. I couldn't slay the dragon before because I did not have the sword of truth in meditation to be able to combat these forces. And as you all know, if you've ever been on a liquid fast, if you've ever tried to transform your diet, if you've ever been on your SR journey, you know that those urges are some of the most powerful forces you've ever felt in your mind. So to combat these forces, it's not enough just to ignore it. One can train their mind through meditation to have true dominance over that animating force, right? That is what your emotion is actually called. It's an animating force. It animates you. Emotions, energy, and motion, electromagnetic forces, these move you, okay? And one theme that you might find popular in a lot of spiritual traditions is man being over the animalistic self, right? What does that mean? That means not the animal in the sense of you're outside, you see a bird, you see a bear, you see a lion. Animal in the sense of the etymology of the word animal comes from animus. Animus means to animate, or it means spirit. So there's a part of you that is an animating force that is associated with the reptilian and the mammalian brain that you need to discipline so that you can operate out of a higher consciousness in your day-to-day life. But when these animating forces, when you make these animating forces your master, right? When you serve lust, when you serve greed, gluttony and greed and jealousy and hate and fear, right? When you serve these forces more than you serve the truth of the Most High, that is when you fall into Satanism, or what we call Septianism, right? The so-called devil in the Osirian tradition is called Set. Now, this channel, I'm gonna give you the truth, right? And the truth is that when it comes to your journey of self-mastery and self-discipline, the true your true adversary, the biggest devil you need to be concerned with is your lower nature. All right. This is the ultimate truth, okay? In terms of what adversarial forces we have to face with. Yes, there is a society that is seeking to weaken men. Yes, there is a society that is altering and confusing the nature of what it means to be a woman, right? Society is going to do what it's going to do. In the Bible, if you want to call it Babylon, like we're in Babylon in the United States, Babylon is going to do what Babylon is going to do. The question is, what are you going to do about it? All right, on this channel and in this community, this is going to be one big journey of self-accountability. One big journey of self-accountability. When you all are booking consultations and when you're having conversations with me and in this platform, in this community, you will not be able to blame any evil outside of yourself, but yourself. And I hope you all understand that I'm coming nothing from a place of love when I say that you begin to actually become closer to the Most High. You become closer to the divine when you take accountability that no devil can ever control you more than the free will that God gave you to choose. I hope that makes sense and I hope that resonates and it fits perfectly into your dietary transformation and your semen retention journey when you realize that yes, there is the so-called Jezebel spirit. Yes, there is the social media and the porn websites that are using psychological manipulation to keep your sexual energy suppressed, to keep your spiritual power suppressed. And remember, sexual energy and creative energy is the same force, right? So if you want to create anything in your life, create a family, create a job opportunity, create a business, create the opportunity to travel, whatever you want to create, you need that sexual energy. You need to protect it, okay? And it's also affected by the type of energy, the type of foods you're putting into your stomach. Hence why in this AUSAR challenge, I will be not only disciplining myself with the food, but also disciplining myself with semen retention and celibacy. So I hope you all are interested in the journey. I hope you all can set aside our possible differences in religious views and spiritual backgrounds and understand that everyone can benefit from self-mastery. All right. And I appreciate for everyone subscribing to the channel. I appreciate you all showing support. As a lot of you all know, I blew up on TikTok. TikTok was my bread and butter, but YouTube is when things are gonna start to get a lot more deeper, okay? Longer videos. My journey has reached a new stage. All right, I'll be 28 this year. All right, according to my understanding of the male growth process, we reach full male adulthood at the age of 28. All right, our brains don't fully develop until about the age of 28. So since I'll be 28 in approximately 5 months in November, what better time to set a 150 to 180 days of celibacy, of retention, and of dietary transformation into a plant-based lifestyle, okay? Even if you don't want to be plant-based, even if you're a meat eater, even if you eat processed foods, knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. Right now, we are living in an informational concentration camps. And I know that's a very extreme word, but we are in an extreme scenario. You have a society, you have a culture where due to a lack of information, people are living lives, and due to a lack of knowledge, people are living lives that are simply not true, okay? What they believe to be true, what they believe to be the reality that the news media and that the public education is feeding them is not lining up with what's happening in reality, okay? So instead of harping on what our, what the so-called powers of at be. And I say so-called because man, especially men who are not spiritually cultivated, such as our government, could never be more powerful than the Most High. Okay, and when you understand, when you really start getting into your spiritual practice, no matter what your religious background is, when you start to become more serious about your spiritual growth and your oneness with the Most High, you realize how little power man has, right? We do have a significant amount of power, but the type of man that use their power to subjugate others, that use their power not for righteousness, you start to realize how little power they actually have. So to be able to be a warrior of the Most High, the only strategy that I know that best works is to be the change that you want to see, right? Be the change. Go through the transformation yourself, right? That you want to see in the world and watch what happens. So if that is the type of philosophy that resonates with you, if you consider yourself a stoic man, possibly even a stoic woman, right? This channel is for you. And again, this video today, while I was, more of my topic was on the semen retention, I also wanted to throw in the dietary transformation because it's a unique healing process and transformational process that I don't see a lot of people do. All right, like I said, I'm on day 29. I feel amazing. This was the easiest 29 days of my SR journey ever. The easiest, ladies and gentlemen. Do you hear me? And I want to pay a tribute to not only the fact that I've been consistently not consistently, but I've been on and off trying over the last 3 years. But finally, in these last couple months, I have developed a practice and stayed to, not developed, I have stayed to the practice of a highly effective meditation that allows my mind to be empowered so I therefore can empower my body, okay? So if that's something that interests you all, you're in the right place. Appreciate you all for watching the video. Remember to subscribe to the channel if you liked what you've enjoyed. If this type of information, if this type of journey interests you, I'm here for you. I will continue to update you guys on my journey, on the highs and lows and what's been going on. I can tell you right now, I was just laying in bed and had no intent on making a video today, right? But I saw another content creator speaking on their journey, so I had to come in and give this energy to you all today because it just fired me up to know that there are people who are like myself who want to grow and who want to change. All right. So again, share the video, like, subscribe. If you like what you see, I have my link tree that I will post in the description, or it will be in the bio of my channel. Consultations, I have my breath ebook and audiobook that you can tap into. I have lectures on the link tree, and I also have the 11 Laws of God book for free on my link tree, where you can learn some metaphysical laws that if you adhere to them will help you grow spiritually, okay? No matter what your background, creed, race is, all right? So peace, love, and light, ladies and gentlemen. I hope y'all enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Ashe.